Hello, everyone, and welcome to part 2. Now, moving on to NBA, Oklahoma has won 6 games in a row with Perkins finally in the lineup. Are the Thunder the best in the West?
Brian, your pick at the start of the season.
They're looking very good.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say they're better than the Lakers or better than San Antonio or
Well, maybe right now, but come
Right
playoff time.
come playoff time. They're definitely going to give them a good run.
Yeah,
I could see this team making the finals.
I could too. Yeah, last episode, I think it was last episode when you weren't here, I said it could be Oklahoma City versus Chicago. That was my pick for the finals. But, Oklahoma City, I really like this Perk deal. It took a while for him to get there, but I think nobody in that West has a big low post guy except for Andrew Bynum and the Lakers. Everyone's really running gun. It's all offense in the West. It's not that big guy to play defense, and I think Perk gives them that much versatility that's going to help out Oklahoma City and that young team. I really like Oklahoma City. Russell Westbrook is one of the best point guards in the game, and along with Kevin Durant, who might be the best player in the game. That great offense right there. It's a really good team. Losing Jeff Green hurt, but I think
But to get Perkins, it was worth it.
I think it's a solid team right now, and even without Perkins, they were playing pretty well. So, and also James Harden, who's stepping up, who I have on my fantasy team right now. It's basically getting me a championship. He's a real good player right now. So, I really like Oklahoma City.
Do you want to tell us what was so funny, or?
Well, I was thinking, I was just thinking about previous comments in the first part.
Yeah.
So, with Oklahoma, Mitch,
Yeah.
I just have to ask you one question. Do you think Oklahoma can keep on winning? Do you think, huh?
Huh?
Do you think Oklahoma can keep on winning
Yes.
Yeah.
for the rest of the season?
Yeah, just-
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. All right.
You just want to showcase your shirt?
Yes.
It was a nice shirt.
I like it.
Charlie Sheen, right here.
Spencer Gifts.
That's my
Yeah.
idol right there, Charlie Sheen.
Charlie Sheen.
Why is he
Okay.
Alright.
All right. Now a toss-up. Who was a better team, Chicago or Orlando?
Chicago.
Chicago? Why?
I mean, there's nothing that jumps out at me about Orlando. They're a good
Dwight
team.
Howard.
Yeah, no, but
Yeah, he jumps out.
I mean, as the whole team, like
Yeah.
they're a good team, but I don't see them.
They don't have that one go-to guy.
No.
You know? Yeah.
Chicago has Derrick Rose, and they work as a team. They do all this. Orlando's just kind of down there,
Yeah,
soaking up the sun.
I think the coach difference is a huge thing. Stan McGunny is a great coach. With Tom Thibodeau, he might go down as one of the best coaches after this season. That team is really gelling together. That Thibodeau is really teaching that team to play D. I love Lou Aldang right there. Joakim Noah, Carlos Boozer, and also Derrick Rose. I think this team is the best team right now in the whole entire league. And that's a huge, huge statement to say. I think Chicago is a great team, and definitely the best team in the East over Boston, over Atlanta, over Orlando.
The question is,
over
are
Miami.
they going to be come playoff time?
Well, I picked them last episode, or Chicago, Oklahoma City. So I think so. I think Boston can give them a run. It's gonna be interesting to see because last year, right now they have this downfall. Right now they're kind of siding a little bit. Last year they were doing the same thing, only a little bit worse, and they stepped it up in the playoffs. But I think this year's a little bit more wide open. I think Boston can still get there. I'm not writing them out, but I think Chicago might be the most complete team. And if anybody can stop Boston, it's Tom Thibodeau and the Chicago Bulls, because who knows more
Yeah.
about defense than Tom Thibodeau, who was their defensive coach when he was on Boston.
But the thing is, can you really rely on Derrick Rose come playoff time?
He's done terrific in the playoffs these last couple of years. I think that Bulls Celtics series last year was one of the best playoff series ever. Went 7 games and 2 years ago, excuse me. And I think that was a great playoffs. I think Derrick Rose can shine in the playoffs. I think he has that kind of demeanor. I think he doesn't crush under pressure. I think he's a solid player. I like that Chicago team.
I'm still thinking the Celtics, but
They got intensity too. Joakim Noah. I mean, the whole team is well rounded. I like the Celtics too. The only thing about the Celtics is looking at the second unit. Jeff Green, Nate Krisic. I know they still haven't Shaq. They don't have Shaq yet. But Delonte and all of them, they're not really gelling too well. I thought they were going to gel a little bit better. I love what Jeff Green's doing. I like what Nate Krisic is doing. But that second unit, I don't like. So, I mean, that's going to be a big downfall. And right now, Rajon Rondo will talk about...
I think they'll have it figured out by the playoffs.
Well, we'll see. And also, Rajon Rondo, we'll talk about him a little bit. He's really sliding right now. He's playing injured. That whole big three is doing terrible. I don't like the Celtics right now at all.
All right. Moving on. NHL question right now. Okay.
Yeah.
Who is the best player in the game?
You want to take that or should I?
I'll give you this.
I'm going to go on a limb. I'm going to say Daniel Sedin is the best player in the game. I just checked the stats. Daniel Sedin, guess who's number 2 in points after Daniel Sedin?
Stamkos?
Henrik Sedin. Any two players on the same line who can put up that much points, I mean, that family's going to have some genes right there.
I love that team.
I love that team. We're going to talk about that in a second, too. I think Daniel Sedin might be the best player in the game. That's same with Ovechkin, with Crosby, with Stamkos. Watching him play this year, he's so gelled with his brother, Henrik Sedin. It's interesting to see. Maybe they'll break them up in a few years or so, but right now they might be. I think they're the best line, Henrik Sedin and him, as well as whoever the hell they have on right wing, Michael Samuelsson. But them two are the best pairing in maybe any sport right now. Them two Sedins. I think Daniel Sedin's the better of them. I mean, he's dishing out 53 assists, 30-something goals, 34 goals, I think it is. Well in the lead in points with his brother, so I like Daniel Sedin.
You know, I didn't even think about him, and then now that you mention that, you're kind of turning me a little bit.
Yeah.
You know.
So
I'm gonna have to agree with you.
Daniel Sedin?
Yeah.
He's solid.
Now that I'm thinking about it, you know, just the chemistry that they have.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
And you know, Ovechkin, he's on and off.
Yeah. Exactly.
And,
it's a good word for him.
I mean, Crosby's missed half the season, so.
You can't put Crosby there.
Yes, and I mean Stamkos is a good scorer, but
defensively, he's not there. Daniel Sedin might be he's graceful.
At least one of the best all-around players, if not the best.
And also, we haven't even talked about they might not even be the best player on that team. Ryan Kessler, who might win the MVP, he's a terrific defensive player. Them three, along with Luongo, makes this team the best team. I think that's the next question right now, but I really like Daniel Sedin.
That is the next question. It's like NBA. We had
the toss up.
Who's the better team? Toss up. The Canucks or the Flyers?
Canucks. Yeah, I think like I just said, I think the Canucks are the best team. Like with that chemistry right there with the two Sedin brothers. Kessler, who I think could win the MVP trophy. I think the Sedins might take the MVP votes away from each other. I think you throw Kessler in there. I think he's just right there, up there with them too.
It's pretty sad that one team can have 3 MVPs.
Yeah, and then the Luongo too, the goalie. I mean, this team is loaded. They are great defense too with Ham Hughes. They are absolutely loaded on defense, on offense, every facet of the game. They have well over 100 points already. I like Vancouver as the best team in the league.
I'm not even going to disagree with you. I mean,
Philly's up there.
Philly's a good team, but there's just something about them that's not selling me.
The goalie, Sergei Bobrovsky.
I don't know. I don't know. Just when I see Philly, it's not a team that jumps out at me.
I agree with you. You know, they made the finals last year. They beat the Bruins in 4 games straight. But Sergei Bobrovsky, I've said a lot about him so far. He's a great rookie, but the problem is he is a rookie. I don't see them. I mean, who knows what he does during the playoffs? I think
it's more of like a gut feeling.
Yeah,
for me.
I think Vancouver might be the team to beat, and I like Washington too in the East too. I think they're really stepped it up this year. The first half of the year, they basically sucked. This year, on the second half of the year, they really stepped up. Ovechkin's back, Semen's back, Backstrom's back. They're really leaning on Neuwirth as their goalie, and even though Mike Green's been out a while, I really like the Capitals. I think it might be the Capitals, Vancouver in the finals.
I would go Vancouver.
Vancouver, yeah, I would too. They would have the home ice advantage, and I like Vancouver too. Maybe in a sweep there.
That would be pretty boring.
Yeah, that would be pretty boring. Yeah.
They shut them out every game.
No, even just the Canucks versus Capitals would be pretty boring. But it's solid, really good teams right there.
All right, moving on to viewer emails. Roy from Boston asks us, "What's up with Rondo? And is he still a top 5 point guard in the
NBA
league?"
Yeah, Rondo's playing. Kevin Garnett's saying that Rajon Rondo is playing hurt. You look at his stat lines. Have you seen his game log recently? It's just like 5 points, 6 points, 8 points. He's not getting up there. At this time the season, last year during their side that I just talked about, the big thing about that was their big three was not playing well. Garnett was down, Ray Allen was down, Paul Pierce was down. The one constant in that lineup was Rajon Rondo, who the team could lean on. He was getting 18 points a game when they were down. Right now, I mean, he's putting up the assists, but even the assists are down. He's only getting around 9 assists the last couple of games. When in a couple of games, in the first half of the season, he was getting around 15, 20 assists a game. He's really fading right now, and I don't think he has that leadership mentality. Maybe it's because of the injury, but right now I just don't see it. I don't like the Celtics right now. I think that with that trade, it lost some chemistry, but...
I got a question.
Yeah.
If he's hurt, why is he playing?
I wonder that too. You know, Doc Rivers is kind of like Terry Francona of the Red Sox. Anytime there is any injury, I mean, he'll keep them out until make sure they're ready for the playoffs.
I mean, how long did it take for Garnett to come back every
Yeah.
single time he's been
But I
hurt?
think the difference is Rajon Rondo is a young player, so I think Doc
But-
Rivers can lean on him a little bit more.
But you don't want to risk anything, you know?
True, I don't think it's that bad, but you want to just shut him down. I think
But I mean, even if it's like a sprained wrist, you don't want to make it worse.
Yeah.
You know, a sprained wrist can linger.
the only problem is the Celtics, it's not like they have anything wrapped up. I mean, they want to get that number 1 seed. They want that home court advantage. And, I mean, they can sit Paul Pierce, they can start a Jeff Green, they can sit a Ray Allen,
But I
they
mean,
can start a Delonte West. They can't really sit a Rajon Rondo and start a Carlos Arroyo. That's going to screw up the whole entire team. He is that team.
But is
He needs to
it
step up.
worth risking him getting hurt worse?
It's not worth. If he's that injured, I think Doc should definitely sit him down.
I think if he has any minor injury at all, sit him out 1 or 2 games, see what happens.
I agree.
You know,
Yeah, but
maybe give him a week off. I don't know.
I agree, but Rondo speaks his mind. I think he wants. Anytime Doc Rivers says, "Hey, Rondo, want to sit down?" He'll just step in and say, "Absolutely not. I'm playing." But
But that's as a.
I know. I think as a coach,
you
I
have to
think
step.
Rivers should. It might not be that bad. Who knows? We're not into
No,
Doc
if it
Rivers,
was Pierce or Garnett, I'd say okay. But it is Rondo. You know, he's still a young player, and
but yeah,
he's got to figure some things out. You got to teach him.
yeah.
So.
So I don't know. It's a tough situation there. But as far as the second half of the question, is he a top 5 point guard? I mean, yeah, top 5. I think he's still right there.
He's still easily top.
I think
5.
the top 1 is Rose. Do you agree with that? Is that Williams there or Paul?
No, I'm going with Rose.
Derrick Rose.
I hate to do it, but
Yeah, I think out of any player in the game, for some reason, I just hate Derrick Rose. I don't know what it is. I just hate Derrick Rose, and but I think he's the best player for point guards in the game.
one of my favorites is Ron Artest. But
Yeah, he's solid.
I have my personal reasons.
All right, moving on. George from Wisconsin asks, "What do you guys like better, March Madness or NBA playoffs?" and
Right, you
why?"
can take that.
NBA playoffs. I'm sorry, but I'm just one of those people that hates college
Yeah.
sports. College football is okay to me.
Yeah,
No, because at least when you watch college football, you know, it's exciting.
that's why we're a pro sports show.
Yeah, I don't find anything exciting about college basketball. Watching these teams win like 82-40, and it's not fun to me. You know, at least college football, you know, you get those games where it comes down to the wire, and you know, it's like 33-30.
That's
You know,
true,
games
that's
like
pretty
that.
Yeah, I disagree. I mean, right now, you know, this is the dead of the whole sports season. You know, if you watch the pitch these last couple episodes, just 2 parts. I mean, nothing's going on right now. It's the off season for football, not even the off season. They're on a lockout. It's still spring training for baseball. You know, basketball and hockey. It's not quite playoff time, but it's still kind of like the dead of the season right now. I think during March of these, the weather sucks in March, so they need something. I think March Madness gives that energy for viewers. You know, doing nothing in March. I think it's a solid event. I really like March Madness. I like that one and done, you're out of the thing. I think these players, they're not playing for their own selves. They're playing with heart. They're playing for their school. You know, they're playing with everything they have.
I can't get into it. I'd rather go watch my 6-year-old cousin play hockey than watch this. I mean,
Yeah.
I'd rather go watch.
No, I mean at least it's funny. You see all the little kids skating around, falling down, and
I'm a
colliding with each other.
I'm a bigger pro sports fan, obviously, but I really like March Madness too. I think it's a solid event.
Over the finals.
I would rather watch NBA playoffs too.
Okay.
March Madness is great
I mean,
event too.
honestly, I'd rather talk about that minor league coach that lost his eye versus watch a game of this. So. You didn't hear about that?
I did hear about that, but I don't think that was really appropriate for the show. But
No,
yeah,
no. I mean that's more interesting of a topic. Like you don't hear anything about that. You know, a guy gets hit with a foul ball and he ends
you
up
know,
losing. I
I really like these upsets. I really like a lot about college
don't know.
football.
I just despise it.
You gotta watch some games, man. Solid stuff.
I'm sorry.
What's your feeling on college basketball? You don't like it?
I don't know. I just can't get into it either because I know they're obviously playing together and you know for
Playing
it just yeah I know, but when once you get to the major league levels, I mean it means more. It goes down.
The
in
one
history.
bad thing about
it goes
college-
down in history and it stays there. It
There's
sticks
one
no
bad thing
matter
about
what.
college
And
is
everybody knows it.
These players are. There's no way they can go over four seasons. You know, after 4 seasons, you're done. And most of these players are just done after 1 season. So all these good players, if they're good enough to go in the NBA, it's usually 1 season and done. And they're in the NBA. I think that's the problem with this league. I think that's the problem with college basketball. But I think this is one and done. You're out. I think it's a lot of drama in March, but
I mean, you know, the
Solid stuff.
Final Four is okay,
yeah,
but some of these games are just ridiculous.
Yeah.
There was one game I saw. It was like 88-52 or something. I was like,
Yeah.
I don't even want to watch that.
yeah.
You know.
Well, I would want to watch it. It's good.
Like the Celtics game our producer went to.
Yeah.
Yeah, but see, that's
Well,
different because that doesn't happen a lot.
You know what?
That's a rarity.
You know what sucks? To see a record, I wouldn't want to see the lowest scoring record. You know, I mean, that must have sucked for him. But
I know, I want to see them put up like 187.
yeah, if I want to see a record, I'm thinking of like a dominating performance.
You
I mean,
know,
that must have been wicked boring.
Rondo scores 30 points, 29 assists, and 24 rebounds. Something
Yeah,
like that.
and nobody really had that much blocks either. It was all turnovers. It was all crappy play. But you know, it's solid stuff.
All right, moving on. Drake from New York asks, should the Bruins fire Claude Julien since they have been on a slide recently?
Yeah, that's
I didn't
a
know
big
Drake was
topic.
from New York.
Huh? Drake?
I don't
I-
think it's
I
that
might be a
Drake.
different-
I thought he was from like Toronto.
I don't think if the real Drake watched no show. You
Yeah.
know. But
I think he just
What's
watches
the question?
reruns of Degrassi.
Claude
and
Julien.
stuff.
Nice wheelchair.
Claude Julien. Hey, listen, we're on a show here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Claude Julien. This Bruins are on a slide right now. They won 7 straight, but since then they're going 500, if that. They're really playing down these last couple of games, and I think a lot goes to that is Claude Julien's shoulders. This guy, you see him in the after the interview. What's the problem?
I'm sorry.
He keeps laughing. All right.
You see him in the after interview, and he's just like, "Oh, what's wrong with the Bruins? Oh, we gave our best effort out there. He's just really like kind of like the South Park teacher guy. Like, he's really like that. He's really kind of sucks. He's just like you see like Stan Van Gundy after an interview. He's all pumped up and pissed off at his players. Claude Julien is just kind of laid back and just does nothing.
Stan Van Gundy reminds me of Mike Perrone. A little. I'm
Yeah.
taking it or leave
Fills
it.
in for him. I think a lot of it falls on Claude Julien for this slide, and also it falls on Zdeno Chara, who's supposed to be the captain. He wears that C on his jersey for a reason, and I think his play has really fall down this.
He's done nothing this year.
He's basically done jack. He's just kind of like. He's supposed to be when you think of a captain, you think of a vocal leader. Like, come on, guys, come on. I hate this captain leader by example crap. He doesn't do anything. He just kind of sits there. I know he's a great defensive player, and I'm not saying Zdeno Chara isn't good, but I think as far as the captain goes, I wouldn't put the C on his jersey anymore. I'd give it to a Recchi or a Bergeron, somebody who's more of a vocal leader in that locker room. I think Claude Julien, until the Bruins are legit contenders, I think Julien needs to be wiped out. And I think Chara needs to. I think another captain has to emerge.
I don't know.
Do you think the Bruins should think about fire Julien or?
He doesn't do anything, so
Yeah.
why not?
Yeah, Julian's. I mean,
It's kind of like he's just there to say that.
yeah,
he's the coach.
I'm the coach. Yeah.
Like basically, all right, yeah, change lines. That's all he does.
You ever see him in interviews? He just kind of like sits there and we'll talk. That's more about personal reasons. We'll talk about that next time. He just kind of like just didn't answer the question. He's just a bad spokesperson. Just kind of I don't know. I hate him. Basically.
All right. That's a lot coming from a Bruins fan, so
Yeah.
I mean, all right. Drake from New York. We're assuming it's the same one.
It is the same one.
Okay.
Thank you, Drake.
Yes. Thank you for watching our show. All right. He says since we are Boston fans, he'll ask another Boston question.
Except for this guy just has to be a Yankees fan over there, but that's cool.
Well, okay. He asks, okay, so there have been a few weeks since the Perk trade. Do you guys still like the trade?
Do I still like the Perk trade? Like I just said, I think Jeff Green and Nate Christian has been a big surprise, really. I think he's putting up 15-10. He's really been a real good player, and I think he's been a better offensive player than Perk. But as far as meshing up that whole entire second unit, Glenn Davis was that go-to guy in that second unit. I think he's a little pissed off. Jeff Green's playing real well right now, but I think as far as the chemistry goes, I think losing Nate Robinson was huge, too. I think he really was gelling with that
I don't
bench.
think either one of us was really too crazy.
No, we
about
weren't. We
Perk.
both hated it.
I was a little like, well, it's Jeff Green, but then you lose in Perkins.
Yeah. I like Jeff Green. He's doing real good. He's putting up 15 points a game, and actually he's doing, when he's out there, he's hitting all his shots. Nate Christian's doing solid, but I'd still keep Perk. I still think the Celtics would be a better team with Kendrick Perkins in lineup than with Nate Christian and Shaq out there in center. And I think losing Nate Robinson was actually bigger than people expected.
And plus, that hurts them long run, too.
Yeah.
So.
I like when, Rajon Rondo's big weaknesses that we all know is shooting. When he goes out there, and then you throw Carlos Arroyo in there, or Delonte West, who aren't great shooters. I think when Nate Robinson came in, that thing just powered and just kind of just gave him some intense energy and off the bench scoring with his three-point ability. I really like Nate Robinson out there. But right now, I still keep Perk and Nate Robinson over Jeff Green and Nate Christian.
I would too.
All right, and now to our final section of this this episode,
Fantasy
our
baseball.
fantasy baseball. Would you rather?
Yeah.
Okay, almost opening day, but still,
This might be one of the last weeks.
yes, people might be drafting still.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, I mean,
They are drafting.
when's the deadline that you can't draft anymore?
I think it's like maybe April 15th. It's
Yeah.
usually around 15 days after.
All right, number one, Ichiro or Jacoby Ellsbury.
I'm going Ellsbury.
Ellsbury won.
I've been watching him this spring. You know, he's batting like around 415. He has 2 homers, 5 RBIs. He's looking really good. So, you know,
And Ichiro isn't looking real good.
no, I know, but I'm just saying. You know, I liked Ellsbury before last season,
Yeah.
and then you know he got hurt, and this happened, and you know he couldn't come back, but I mean, so far this year he looks like he's fully recovered. You know, he looks like he's even better than he was before. So I mean, if he keeps this hitting up, then you know.
Yeah. I have Ellsbury on my fantasy team, and I've actually offered Jacoby Ellsbury for Ichiro straight up. So I would go Ichiro
Yeah.
by far. I think Ichiro is the more consistent hitter. Jacoby Ellsbury, who knows with this injury? You know, he was out the whole season for hurting his little rib like a little baby. Who gives a crap?
I mean, at least Ichiro can.
Ichiro, I mean,
He
the guy.
can consistently put up like he gets like 40, still like 30,
Yeah.
40.
And the guy, a lot of people don't know
bases,
this. This
He's
guy's
like
36.
Yeah, and he's batting. What's his career batting average? Like
320?
320, something like
Yeah,
that. I mean,
no, Ichiro.
Ichiro is definitely the more safe pick,
Yeah.
but in this case, I think I would go out.
Ellsbury higher ceiling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd go out and try with Ellsbury. You know, he's going to put up better power numbers.
the Mariners suck.
I'm big on trade value. I like Ichiro, and like I just said, Ichiro. I can't remember one time Ichiro's been on the DL. That's just consistent. No matter how bad the Mariners suck, he's always in the beginning, leading off that team. I think he's putting up solid numbers. You know,
But
last
that's the
year,
thing, the Mariners are
35,
terrible.
40 stealing bases. Doesn't matter. You don't want these guys for RBIs. You want these guys for runs, average steals.
But I mean,
I think Ichiro's the same.
I think Ellsbury's going to get more runs than Ichiro will.
That's one thing, but I think Ichiro is better, more
More
hits,
stolen
better average.
bases, more
And
power
also
numbers.
Ichiro more trade value. I like
True.
trade value.
But you can't. I don't think you can go wrong with either.
Yeah.
I'm just saying Ellsbury because of the highest ceiling. But
I'm saying Ichiro basically because of the injury factor. That's it.
You can take the next one first. Andre Ethier or Sin Chu Chu?
You know, I'm not a big Chu fan, actually. I think Ethier's solid. I think the Dodgers going to have to lean on Ethier, and I also like Matt Kemp for the Dodgers this year. I think Ethier's going to put up huge numbers. He was a triple crown candidate last year before he went down with an injury. I think Ethier is going to do it again. I think he's a solid player out there. You know, it's a weak pitching in the NL West. I think him along with Matt Kemp is going to lead that offense. I would project a 310, 30 home run, 100 RBI performance from Andre Ethier. And Sin Chu Chu, you know, I mean, he's a solid player, but that lineup's real weak. And I don't see him hitting over 20 home runs and 20 steals. So.
unlike you, I am a Chu fan. but I'm still going.
Chu
with
Chu.
I'm still going Ethier too.
Ethier?
Yeah, I just think Ethier's a better player. So.
Alright.
But getting Chu last year for me was.
The good thing about Chu is he can steal some bases.
Yeah, he's gonna steal some bases, throw up some power numbers, decent average. You know.
Yeah, but I think the
He's
power
got a
numbers-
little bit of everything, but he doesn't have a lot of one thing. So.
But I think, like I just said, the triple crown category is definitely going to Ethier in this battle.
Oh yeah.
And I think the only thing that separates them two is Chu's ability to run. But I think the Ethier, with the lineup and the all his offensive abilities, I'll take Ethier. No heartbeat.
Okay.
You okay?
I am.
What's going on with you?
don't
You like
even
drunk
know.
today?
I don't even know. I'm not. No, I'm
Dude, I have an
not.
excuse. I hit my head.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking.
I hit my head too.
Some
You ran
really
into me in a
some
football
real-
game.
Yeah.
Solid stuff.
Yeah. So some really hilarious things are going through my head right now, and I'm trying to keep them under control here. So all right.
Next one.
Dan Herron or Clay Buckles? You can take this, Brian.
That's a good one.
That is a good one. You know.
Just leave it at that.
Yeah, I'll just leave it. It's a good one. No. Buckholz.
It's better than. So what do you think about March Madness?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Well,
but
real
Buckholz
bad.
has more potential, I think, to just blow people out of the water. Not expect, you know,
Yeah.
like a Cy Young.
Higher ceiling.
Yeah, but Dan Herron, I think, is gonna
Higher
be.
floor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, he is consistent, and he, you know,
Yep.
he has his ups and downs a little bit. But I really like Dan Herron. You know, I have him on my team. I want to keep him. You know, see what he does.
If John offers you Clay Buckles for Dan Herron straight up, would you accept that?
You have the wins. You lose
I don't know.
strikeouts.
I'm dead serious.
I keep Dan Herron right there. I think he has more trade value. I think he doesn't get hurt very well. I mean a lot. He's the ace of the Angel staff right there. I think Dan Herron's going to be your consistent guy. He can be a lock. He can be your 1-2. The champion last year in our league. The runner-up. He had Dan Herron. He really led his staff. Dan Herron's a solid player.
I think his wins are going to go up a little bit.
He'll give you 200 Ks. I think his wins can go up in the Angels lineup.
If he gets you 15, 16 wins with 200 Ks, I think.
Yeah, I like him more on the Angels than I do on the Diamondbacks, so I
Yeah.
think he can get 18 wins over there. 18. I think,
If he does that, I'm taking him over
yeah,
Buchholz.
I think he can go 200 Ks. I think the one thing is ERA. I think Clay Buchholz will have a lower ERA than Dan Herron, but I don't think that matters.
Dan Herron's pretty good with the ERA, though.
Yeah,
He's solid.
second,
But
third.
I'd say he would be around 350 ERA with the Angels. But
I'm
I'll
thinking
lean
like
on Dan Herron
320,
more.
325.
I'll still go Dan Herron.
Yeah.
And I don't think Clay Buchholz is throwing a 2.3 ERA this year either. I
No.
think he'll go up to near 3,
Yeah.
come back to life a little bit.
All right. Number 4, Josh Johnson or Clayton Kershaw.
Yeah, Clayton Kershaw's rated very high.
He's rated very high.
He's rated very high, and as well he should be. He's a very good player. He was really emerged last year.
Great potential.
But I'd go with Josh Johnson. I think he's one of the best pitchers in the game. He struggled against the Red Sox in spring training, but I think he's just trying out stuff.
I wouldn't say best in the game.
No, I said he's one of the best.
I wouldn't say he's one of the.
You wouldn't even put him at one of the best. I put him top 5. Josh
Really?
Johnson. I think he's a
Really
real good pitcher. I mean, I'll take
maybe low in top 10, but
I'll take King Felix. I'll take Lester. I'll take Roy Halladay, obviously. But I think right there is Josh Johnson with Adam Wainwright when Adam Wainwright's healthy. I think Josh Johnson's that leader of the Marlins. I think he's going to get you a lot of wins for the Marlins. And I like the Marlins on it this year. They made a lot of offseason additions.
they're looking pretty good.
They are looking pretty good. I think Josh Johnson's going to put up some solid numbers there. He's never going to get injured for you. I think he can put up 20-win season for you in the Marlins this year.
I'm definitely going Josh Johnson too. I mean, Kershaw's a good player,
Kershaw's
but
solid.
I don't see him, being that ace of your
I think
fantasy
Kershaw has more nasty stuff. He has more stuff than Josh Johnson, but I think Josh Johnson a little bit more versatile. I
More
think he's
consistent.
more consistent. Yeah, he has a very higher floor than Kershaw. I think I'll take Josh Johnson in a higher heartbeat. Also has more trade value.
Johnson's also more established.
Yep.
Kershaw had that great season last year, but
That's similar to like Herron and Buchholz. You know?
yeah, I mean, is he going to continue it?
I think he's going to continue it.
Yeah, but that's the thing you have to think about when you're doing something like this. Go with the more consistent player.
I do. Yeah, I agree.
Okay, last but not least, Pedro Alvarez or Adrian Beltre.
I'm going to start this one off. Pedro Alvarez, I have him on my fantasy team. I think he might be one of the... I'll put him top 20 in this game this year. I think it's going to be a huge season for Pedro Alvarez. I really like what I see from him. I'll put up 310. I think he's going to put up 310, 35, 110 with that terrible lineups that the Pirates have. I think he's a real good player. Has some solid power capability there. And it's in PNC Park. He can throw up some serious home runs. He's playing in the NL Central, and their pitching is not very good this year. Losing Adam Wainwright in the NL Central, that's going to help him a lot.
I don't think he's as good as you're saying. I think he's a very good player, but I don't know if I see 35, 110.
I don't know about 110. That might have been a little embellishment, but 35, I can definitely see 35.
But I'm still taking him over Beltre. I think Beltre is going to be a huge disappointment to anybody who gets him because, he had one good year.
The Rangers expected a lot from him. They give him a huge contract. They throw him in the 4-hole, which is going to help him. But in that Rangers lineup, I love that Rangers lineup.
Yeah, in the 4-hole, but I don't see him going, batting 330 again.
I would expect an injury from Beltre from this year. I think, he's gotten up there in age around 33.
I'll say
after
he
that
bats
great
like
season.
290.
After that, he always has that great free agent year, and then he kind of sucks the next year, and for years after that. But I don't think he's going to put up 320 average. I think he's going to go back to around
290, 18 homers, 88 RBIs.
I agree completely with that. Actually. Solid stuff.
So I'm going Alvarez too.
And I don't think Adrian Beltre plays much game. I'll say he plays around 120 games, but I think Alvarez will be penciled in there right around 150, 160 games.
I don't know about 160, 150 maybe.
No, he'll be there. Right there with McCutcheon. 1-2 punch in that lineup. Solid lineup. No.
All right, that's about all we have for this edition of The Pitch, 25th episode. It was a strange one.
Yeah.
But,
A little more intensity. Let's go.
yeah, I know, right? All right, well, you can follow us on Twitter. You can follow us on Facebook. Become a fan of us.
Obviously on
Facebook.
YouTube.
Usually
Facebook,
Wakefield sports suck, but good run. Nice job, Wakefield.
All right. Until next
That
week.
was pretty pathetic.
No, it's good.
Yeah, you've had better. You've had better.
Yeah, I had
tosses
one
in the,
right
you
on
know.
there.
Yeah. All right. Well, until next week. Have a good weekend.
Peace.